How you guys doing today? Repart Killer 666 coming to you from RAT.ROD.HEAVEN. Coming to you guys to show you a few cars that I've been working on. I'm sorry about my hand. A few cars that these cars were actually mocked up a while back, and I decided to change them around a little, especially this guy. I'm gonna use those rims and tires on another car that I'm putting together. That's really gonna give me a lot of gears on it. I'm going to put a lot of gears on it, so it's really going to change around. It's going to change stuff around for that car. So definitely, these were the ones that had the gear rims, but I changed it around a little because I just wanted to do something else with the chassis, something else with it. Those gears that I was using for rims, I am going to use them on another car. So definitely you're going to see them. You're going to see them on another car that I'm building more stuff on it. I redid his chassis. I did the front end a little while. I've been doing this lately, changing my chassis on my cars. The gas tank is made out of wood. The chair might stay or might be changed, but I did change the rims on it. But these are three cars of the ones that I mocked up a whole bunch of them. I mocked up a whole bunch of them at once. And these are three that were mocked up. If you look at the video, they were in the video. This is the one that I cut the body. I'm gonna say section, but I know I'm saying it wrong. I think it's channeled or section. I sectioned the body, then I did the floor, and then I cut the top. So I cut it up enough to lower it all the way down to the floor, as low as possible can go. So it's gonna get done. And this is another one that I mocked up back then. I changed the front of the chassis. If you see the mock-up I did on the other one, you're going to see that it's completely different. I changed the front tires. I changed the piece of the chassis. I even changed the mounting of the tires. It's just things that are going to happen. You mock them up and then you see something else you could have done a little better. And then, you know, you decide to do it. So what I'm doing this year is trying to finish all the ones that I mocked up last year. I'm going to try to finish them. So I'm going to work on these three. When you see them, they'll be finished just like I did with three other ones that I did. The woody one that has the surfboards on top with the crazy 6-cylinder. The other one is the truck with the wooden back, the 34. And then I think it's another 32 three-window coupe also that I finished. But it's on the videos that I did finish them. So these you're going to see now are the ones I'm going to work on. Which I mock up stuff? Yeah, I'm going to mock up stuff as I go along. I always do. It happens to me. Something comes in my head, I wish I can draw, because I would draw it. But I don't draw. So, I mean, I'm horrible drawing. I got to cut it out on styrene. Even though I cut out everything on cardboard, there goes the cardboard floor that I do for this. I cut everything out on cardboard floors and stuff like that before I decide to start cutting styrene, because, you know, it's pretty expensive, so you don't want to do that. But I cut it out in cardboard and I save them. That way, if I ever do another convertible, I already have the floor cut out. So I do save them, but I do everything on cardboard and then from cardboard to styrene. So these cars were mocked up back then, and it's going to have a rumble seat in the back. This car is going to be crazy. Also, I got a lot more stuff to put on it. Full turbo in the top here with a pipe coming out the top, 6-cylinder turbo. I mean, it's going to be crazy. I got more connections to do, as you can see, and more pipes to run. But you'll see it once I get it done. And this is, like I said, a mock-up stage. Once I get it completely mock-up, you might see another video with them three ones. Everything is mocked up, and then I'll be taking them apart to spray them, paint them, rust them, do whatever I do. That's what's going to happen to these three. But these three are part of the cars that I showed back then mocked up. Now, I'm going to get into something else that has to do with Facebook a lot. Even though you see my cars here, you do see them on Facebook, those who join me. Well, a couple of my ideas I'm going to say like this. I'm going to be bold and say it straight out, even though I don't mind some of them, because some of them were, we talked about it and they copied what I did. A panel truck and some other stuff. That the guy talked to me and he asked me, please, you know, can he, not please, but can he, and I said it was no problem. I said, I got no problem with him, you understand? But I seen other of my stuff that I mock up and show, and then I see it done. It gets me a little bit upset, because you guys got to understand, I'm very passionate when it comes to these cars. This is not straight out the box. I don't want anybody to come to me and tell me, oh, well, you just, okay, the body is, but I can buy a body and do the same thing. You understand? I have done it. I have proven it when the RAD build came around. The the monthly rad build came around for the built off, that was just a body and every other piece from every other car if you watch that video, and I can prove it. So I'm very passionate when it comes to these cars. So when I'm putting something out there, this is an idea that came into my head, and all suddenly I got to put it out. I can't draw it and save it or nothing. I got to try to put it out in a mock-up real quick. It just gets to me, and I got to start cutting up stuff. That's how it goes. So a few of my cars were taken and done in a, not even in a different way, almost exactly. So it got me pretty upset. But you know what? I said, you know what? Let it be. Build whatever you want to build. I'm fine with it. But some of the stuff, I'm not fine with it. I'm not being a crybaby, and I'm not being a pain in the ass. Again, I'm passionate when it comes to rad rides. I seen a show on TV. I think all of you seen him. Some guy in Florida that sells hundreds and thousands of cars. He got a big beard, a blonde girlfriend, or wife. They bring a car to her. It was a 62 or 63 wagon. And the car was completely rusted, but all original. It was completely rusted. And these people have been in the business, they claim 30, 40 years. And she goes, oh, that's a rad ride, right? That's one of the rad rides. And the guy goes, yeah, it's a rad ride. No, it's not. It's a rusted car. Understand what a rad ride is, but I'm not knocking on it. Build what you want to build. But when I hear people talk about stuff like that are in the car business, yeah, that's a rad ride. You know it's not a rad ride. That's a rusted car, it's called. It's as it is. It's how you found it, rusted. That's what it is. You understand? So, to see some of my cars being built from someone else, after I put out the idea a couple of times and built and mock up and see somebody else doing it, it get me a little upset. Not too much, but it get me upset. Because if I'm going to do anything that anybody else done, I'm going to let them know way ahead and wait till they put out their stuff first, and then I'll do mine. You understand? But, as you can see, my car is pretty original, every single one you see. Every single car you see of mine's, you're going to be able to say, well, I haven't seen that before. And I'm going to show you three of them that I guarantee you have not seen shit like this before. Excuse my French. But I'm letting you know. That's why I call this Rad Rod Heaven. I don't just use the name because I say, oh, let me just get it out. No. This is Rad Rod Heaven. This is shit you ain't going to never see that you're going to see here. Here it is. Here's one of them. Here's the truck. This was mocked up. This has, I would show this alone in another video by itself. This has, what doesn't this have? This has guards for the wheels in the back. Yep, you see missiles. This thing, the missile thing has ridges on it. The chassis is completely one of the kind. One of the kind you're going to see. The car was chopped, cut, section, whatever you want to call it, was completely done to it already. The front end is there. Completely crazy front end. What you're looking at is something I'm going to show it on a separate video. It's just crazy. It's just off the wall. Crazy missiles on it. I'm telling you. Here's another one. What can I say about this other thing here? This is just like a recto set. I mean, in the old days when they had those sets that you can put the screws through all the holes in it. I may be saying the wrong name, recto set. Maybe that's not what it's called. But it had all the holes in it. I had a set way back then, and you put the screws on it, and it had all the holes in it no matter what you build with it. Well, this has a lot more work to go to it, but the chassis, it's almost the same thing as that one. But a lot more work has to be done. I'm going to put a Dodger motor in it. Really crazy stuff is going to happen to that. Now, I'm going to show you a car, 5-window coupe, 32, one of my favorite cars. This is off the walls. Let me know what you guys think of this. Here's this. Yes, the chassis is going over the top. Yes, that's the floor of it. I did diamond cuts on the floor. I scraped them in and then put some paint over it. I got to sand it, shoot some silver over it. But check this thing out. This is off the hook. The chassis is above it. Yes, it is. The chassis on this goes over the top. Way over the top. I got a lot more to do to this car, a lot more work. But yes, you're looking at the chassis. There is no bottom chassis underneath holding the rear or nothing. Everything is being held by the top of the chassis. Okay? And the chassis, yes, is above it. I'll say it again. It's crazy when you come to look at this thing. I got a lot more stuff to put on it. I don't want it to sound like I'm a pain in the ass to you guys about Facebook, but be careful on Facebook. You mock up stuff, there's too many people there, and the next thing you know, you'll see it before you finish. Get you a little upset. I take very good pride on what I do here. I'm passionate about this. This is me. Again, not to knock nobody what they want to build what you want to build, but I'm not going to put on a Ferrari a Toyota sticker and say it's the new Toyota. It's a Ferrari, no matter what you see. Anyway, guys, this is Repart Killer 666 coming to you from RAT.ROD.HEAVEN. Take care. I hope I don't offend no one, but I'm talking what I have to talk and say what I have to say. You understand? But anyway, you guys take care. Thank you for everything also, my subscribers and everybody else. Take care.